My name is Alexis de la Fuente, and I'm here at the Blackpool Magic Convention to show you my new trick, Stamper. So I have a few blank cards. They are blank on both sides, and actually they are self-printing cards. So those are all white and blank from both sides. Stamper is a very easy to do packet trick, very visual. People will see and feel the cards changing right in front of their eyes. So I created Stamper because I love printing tricks. But most of them require a table, are very difficult in handling and don't make any sense. I wanted something easy to do. People could handle all the cards at the end and feel the ink morphing on the cards. It's quick, visual, and easy to do. Also, multiple handlings are taught. So even if you're a beginner, you will be able to perform Stamper right away. I'm Alexis de la Fuente, and this is Stamper.
Hi guys, and welcome to today's podcasty livey thing. So that is Stamper. We are live launching that tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock right here on Facebook and YouTube, so join us for that. It's myself and Harry. Harry is now back from his trip. He managed to get a flight, so he's now back at HQ, which does also mean Print by Magic is now running again. Now, as usual, I'm joined by my co-host, the legend that is Wayne Goodman.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you, mate?
I'm all right, and I'm here in the studio.
Yeah, look at that.
First time in a while.
Yeah.
I had a shirt to put on, like it's in the car with Lee, so I couldn't get it on.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
Disgraceful.
I know.
Disgraceful. But you came down to the shop, and I had to pop out. When I come back, you got a group of people, and you spent an hour entertaining them.
I mean, I did make some sales, and they were lovely.
You did make some great sales.
Yeah, they were a really nice family, and
all the way from Germany. How far did they travel to visit us?
He reckoned it was just over 1,000 miles drive from his house to here.
To visit Alakazam. There you go. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
That's amazing, really.
Very cool. Very cool. So, what are our topics today, Wayne?
Well, we've got quite a bit to catch up on, really, haven't we? Last week was a bit of a catch up on everything because we'd been away for so long. I think this week we're going to look at we've got obviously convention news coming up.
Yep.
Yeah, I had something I was about to say there for Dan, but I'm not going to. Yeah, I know, Dan, what can I say? So yeah, we've got convention news. We need to talk about the convention because that, although it's still a couple of months away, is literally on our doorstep. I mean, that is going to be here in no time whatsoever. We've got the live launch. Thank you, Danny. We've got the live launch coming up tomorrow.
Yep.
That's amazing news. And what else have we got? There is something else as well we need to... Oh, Print by Magic as well.
Yes.
So, yes, we've got some Print by Magic news. And just general... I mean, I've been having a little look around the shop. We've got some new products in there. Maybe we could talk about some of those.
Ooh.
They're not released.
A couple of videos as well.
We've got some things that are not released yet and not due to be released for a little while. We could maybe tease and, just tease them a little bit with.
Ooh, okay.
We haven't got to tell them too much about them. We could just, just say something.
Yep, and I will say, anyone that's coming to the Alakazam convention, obviously we've got a whole bunch of dealers going, and most of them will have exclusive pre-released items.
Very nice.
Which is always exciting. Always exciting.
I've just realised I'm looking at you on the screen here.
I know.
I could just look up and see you there.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. So if I'm looking at you here, does it look like I'm looking at the camera?
No, you look like you're looking at me.
What about, no, look in the screen.
Oh, no, well, kind of, yeah.
Because you want to sort of look at the camera.
Yeah, I'm going to look at the camera, yeah.
But then we can't see each other, which is really weird. When we filmed the video, like the pre-Blackpool video with Craig, I'd just bought myself a new webcam. So I'd set it up on a tripod and I just couldn't get it right. And so first of all I'm sitting there and I'm like this. sort of looking at the screen. And then we eventually filmed it where me and Harry are sort of cameras over here and we're sort of sat side on to everything on the screen. It just looked really weird. And I thought, do you know what I'll do? I'll put it on the laptop where the other camera is.
Job done.
Job done. Job done. So yeah, me and technology, even though I think I'm good at it, I'm still a bit of an idiot. But I don't. There's a few things have been happening in Magic. I don't know if we mentioned this last week, but David Copperfield has announced that he's leaving the MGM, which he's been there for 25 years.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think he's going to retire.
Do you think so?
I think so. I know. Yeah. I think he'll. I mean, look, he's not 25 anymore. He's not levitating across the Grand Canyon anymore, and I think he'll set himself now to enjoy. Like when you've told me loads of times when you see him in Vegas at the Magic Live, he enjoys going around looking at stuff and talking to people. You know, I think he'll kick back. I still hold out hope that maybe next year or the year after he'll be at Blackpool.
Yeah, it would be amazing. I mean, I don't know how old he is, but he's got to be mid-60s.
Yeah, I think
surely.
he's 65. Let me have a quick look. Wow, he's 69.
Wow. And I think he does 2 shows a day, 6 days a week.
No, I think it's 3 shows.
Is it?
Or 3. There's some days he does 3 shows. I remember going because we talked, me and my mate, when we went over there, we talked about going to see him in the early show. Yeah. Then going for some food, and then going back to watch him again for the late show, because apparently the late show was a slightly different show.
Right.
We didn't, but because it was a lot of money even back then. But yeah, but even so, 2 shows a day. Yeah. Is amazing.
Yeah. 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 Bill Richards says, isn't he 80? I don't think he's 80.
No, he's 69.
Yeah.
He was big in the 80s.
Yeah. Oh, we've got the legend Jonathan Fox joining us. So for those of you that don't know, Jonathan Fox, if ever you need gimmicks making, he is sort of pretty much a gimmick king. He's working. Him and Steve-O are go-to card engineers now. And both of them are working on various projects for us at the moment with regards to 1914 and especially the Bromley signature line, where you're going to be seeing more products coming out soon. Our first to be released in a signature line is the deck penetration.
Which is, I mean, words can't really describe it. It's amazing.
It's such. Oh, I could do a cheeky little. No, I can't.
You can get it. It's on. Isn't it on the? Oh no, of course not. It's not on the product page. And there's no product page yet. No.
I can. I've got it. I can get it.
There's a little video you did at Blackpool, didn't you?
What one was that?
Where you were performing it.
There's the trailer. Is there a performance of it?
Yes, because we watched it earlier on.
Oh, that's the trailer. Okay, if you want to see the trailer of the deck penetration, put a comment in the chat, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube.
This will be very special because we don't normally put out a trailer until the launch night.
Yeah.
So it's if we show the trailer now, we are breaking with our own rules a little bit. But it is amazing. I own a number of Bromley effects. I've got the deck with makes the coin appear.
The coin deck,
yeah,
which
the RB coin
is another one coming out in the signature line soon.
I remember coming to the shop one day years ago before I worked for the shop, and you showed it to me, and I was just like, yeah, I'll take one. And it was just that sudden. Still got that at home. I mean, he's not just a magical creator in the sense that he creates magic tricks. He's a magical creator in the way that he thought and the way that he, he's not just looking for a different way to force a card or a different way to, reveal something. He's come up with a whole new concept and a whole new way of doing it, and it was
it's so good. Bromley's stuff is so good, and both Steve-O and John have worked so hard to try and recreate what Bromley did, and John is the hands behind the STC Sharpie through card, and John will tell you himself, he went through numerous prototypes that he sent us, and they just weren't right because of this, it weren't sitting flush, it weren't doing this, it weren't doing that. And then John made this comment to me. I actually spoke to him today because I made the same comment that John made to me to Steve-O, because what happens is someone like John will look at Rob's work and go, oh, there's a quicker way to do that, or there's another way to do that, or there's this, or this will be a bit better if we do this. And what John said to me is there is a reason why Bromley done everything the way he did it, because especially with the deck penetration, the way that Bromley did it, I always questioned, why is he doing it this way when he's obviously got the tools to do it the other way? And Steve-O had the same thought. Why is he doing it this way? It's going to be cleaner, quicker, everything if we do it this way. And it just doesn't work. And I said to Steve-O, it's like, you've got to go down the lines that whatever you think of, Bromley probably thought about it and tried it.
Yeah. And
what you've ended up with is what Bromley went, okay, this is the way it has to be made, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's probably been there, done that, got the t-shirt. So now when we're getting these guys to make the Bromley signature line, they're basically deconstructing Bromley's work, and the first thing they have to do is understand what he did, because it just saves so much time in the long run. If you understand what he did, how he cut it, how he done this, what glue did he use, what's this, it's so good. But both John and Steve-O are both incredible gimmick making. Bill Richards said his favourite Bromley contraption is the Extractor 2. It is pure genius, it really is. Keith said, Peter, did you get a chance to see Mark's new Sharpie through card at Blackpool? I didn't, no. I remember years ago Mark had a cigarette through card which went through a cork card. I presume it's similar, I'm not sure. I didn't see it. I love the idea of it. I wouldn't use that version. And there are a few reasons why I wouldn't use a face card gimmick. And, the major reason for me is I don't want to have to perform the trick with the same card every time. And I like the fact that they sign the card and I give it to them at the end. This is with the original Sharpie through card, it's any card selected. And I start every performance using the Sharpie through card with where I fan the deck face up and say, take any card you want. It doesn't matter if I see it, it's not that type of thing. In fact, it's not even a trick, it's an optical illusion. And that's how I get into it. And having the face card and being able to show the face is a nice touch. Is it needed? I don't know, but it's a great, if you like that, if it means a lot to you, you're not going to beat Mark Mason's thinking on it at all. For me, as someone that performs it all the time, I just like the freeness of them. So they're always under the impression, even magicians when they come in the shop, they're under the impression that's their card.
Yeah.
That's all you need, you know. So I have actually downloaded this trailer, so I might. I might actually play that in a moment. But yeah, actually this is a good thing. So anyone that's been into magic for a while, what is your favourite Bromley creation?
I would have to say, just from experience with it all, deck penetration, because it floored me. It literally, I remember you saying to me, you open it.
Yeah.
And just, in the Amazing Magic range, we've got this little thing called Dice Explosion, where you shake it, and when I demo it in the shop or on the stand or whenever I show it to people, I always get them, I get one of the kids to do it and they shake it. And the look on their face as they fool themselves, they don't know what's just happened, and they fool themselves, is just perfect. I'm that kid the first time I did the Bromley deck penetration.
Yeah.
And I literally opened it up and I'm like looking at you and I'm looking back at the box and I just don't have a clue what's just happened. So for me, it's got to be that.
Yeah, I was the same with the deck penetration. I was the same, but there's so many. You know, we're working on a few things with Bromley's signature line. We're going to be bringing back the RB coin deck, which is absolutely beautiful. I don't think there's a better coin through deck out there. So that's going to be coming back later on this year.
It's more than just a coin through deck though, isn't it? Because the routine you showed me was you showed me a 50p and it vanished and I'd already picked a card.
Yeah.
And you go, what was your card? And I said, whatever, 2 of hearts, 5 of hearts. And you went, watch this, 50p, boom, it's gone. I'm like, okay. He goes, it's in the deck. And I could see there was a card and it was lifted up and it's next to my card. So there was so many different...
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. It really is. It's such a beautiful thing. And the nice thing, sorry, I've got the sneezes. The nice thing with it as well is there's no gap in the deck. Usually, if you watch people do, you know, coin in deck or whatever, especially when they do it with sleight of hand, you're wedging that coin in the deck, so there is a gap that you're having to hold closed. This thing, you know, the deck's on the table. And the original way to do it is you get them to cut the deck, and because there's no gap, it appears that the coin appears as they're cutting, doesn't it? It's because it just doesn't make sense. So that's another one that we're looking at bringing out, and another one that John's working on at the moment, which I think is cracked because he's sending me a sample, is Zapped.
Oh, with the flick in the corners?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Is that a Bromley effect?
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember seeing that on Paul Daniels. I think it was Secrets.
No, well, maybe it was.
Yeah, I'm sure it was Secrets, because I remember ringing Mark Mason the next day and saying, I've seen Paul Daniels do this trick, and he went, it's Zapped. And I went, yeah, that's the one. I bought one straight away. Such a great thing. It's
yeah, amazing. I remember when I used to do in Spain. I used to do a thing called Beat Cheat, and it was a late night, what we called late night live. I've got the poster actually in my studio at home, and people would come into the bar, and then I would do a poker demonstration. And I had 3 gimmicks. I had the deck of cards that are split faced.
Yeah.
So you spread them one way, and they're all mixed up, and then you turn them over and spread them the other way, and they're all in order. So I would spread them. We had an overhead camera. I'd spread them and show them all mixed up, and I'd say, okay, now the real art of the cheat is doing things that when you're watching. So I'm going to square these up. I'm going to leave them here, and when I come up to the end, if you see me go for those cards or touch them or do anything, you've got to shout out. And of course, I don't go near them. I had Zapped. I had something else. I can't remember what the third one was. And at the end, so I would do the thing and I'd get the good poker hand. Then I would take the deck at the end and I would spread them and they'd be in perfect deck order. And it was just a perfect way to make. Yeah. Oh, I tell you what I had. I had the thing on the sleeve, so I could load. I could palm a card and put it in, and it would suck it into my arm.
Oh, a holdout.
Yeah, and then it was really weird because it was electronic, so it would suck it into my arm, and then it would blow out whatever, how many cards I got loaded into there.
Nice.
So I could do it, and I go, okay, so what have you got there? Do the thing, and then okay, I've got. But that thing was so cool. I think I might still have it in my loft. That was so cool.
I remember
I wanted
that
to show
at
people.
Blackpool. I remember that at Blackpool, and I tell you who had one. Oh my God, I've got his name. He still works at a House of Illusion. BGT.
Matt Edwards.
Yeah, he bought one at Blackpool, and it was like a little square thing. It's like a credit card machine.
Yeah.
You put it in, and it spits out the other
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
And it just straps onto your wrist.
yeah.
I wanted to show it to people. That's how good it was. I wanted
Yeah.
to expose it and show it, but yeah, we didn't really do the exposing. I did second dealing and stuff like that, but yeah, it wasn't no gimmicks that we weren't exposing.
It was like an electronic switcheroo,
Yes.
basically. Yeah, I remember that.
But yeah, Zapped was something I used every single night because it was so clean. It was just,
Yeah.
it was the perfect. I remember watching it on TV as well and going, that's real. Especially as you could then, because I remember buying one and it was a triangular gimmick. So you found the cards and you had the triangular gimmick in that space, and then you just palmed it away as you took it. And it was awful. It was a clever little idea.
Oh, that is our Paul Wilson.
Okay.
Fantasy.
Okay. It was a cool little gimmick, but I could never get it to
No. You can't beat that. I mean, the nice thing with fantasy is you're left examinable, but there is a trade-off.
Yes.
And the trade-off is what it looks like. That's the thing. Zapped looks like real magic. I mean, I remember, I'm sure it was Secrets. And I didn't have a clue. You literally just do that with your thumb and you've got a perfect royal flush. It's, incredible. And John's made the sample, which he's sending me. I should have it next week. And if the sample's up to scratch, which I've got no doubt it is, because usually if the thing is, John and Steve-O won't send me something unless they're
perfect.
happy with it. But he will get to work on that, so hopefully that will be out by the end of the year. Deck penetration will be out by the end of the year, and so will RB Coin Deck. Yeah.
Nice.
Bill Richards, was Badlands Box by Rob Bromley? No, Badlands Box and Badlands Bob are two different things. Badlands Bob is the actual trick. That's the dice in the box. That is Viking manufacturing. Badlands Box was an additional prop that you could buy, which sort of did the dirty work for you. That was myself. It was mainly Tony Curtis, but it was myself, Tony, and Magic Wagon that released it. That was Badlands Box, but it was a box. You remember Badlands Bob? So, but the box, you didn't have to have the gimmick on your hand or anything. You literally just put it in the box, and that did the
work.
dirty work for you. Clever idea, very clever idea.
Anybody else got any questions?
Got one from Phil Jester Magic. I gave Harry a copy of Pure Poison at Blackpool. Have you had a chance to see it? In all honesty, Phil, no, we haven't. But if you can give us a call or send us an email in, because Blackpool, I mean, a lot of people give us stuff to look at, and it gets put in a box and we look at it when we get back. But as you can imagine, there's a lot of stock coming back, and sometimes things get lost or misplaced or whatever. But saying that, as soon as we come back from Blackpool, we sort of went away again. So we haven't really been about. But please send us an email to remind us. We'll go and look for it. If we can't find it, you can send us another one, and we'll definitely have a look. Right, a couple of questions coming in. So, someone put, will the Infinity wallet ever be made in Crazy Horse? Probably, yeah. Because Crazy Horse is probably my preferred leather now for most wallets.
Can I just say that I have been pestering Harry about this ever since Crazy Horse became a thing.
Yeah.
So you're not on your own here. I ask him, pardon me, all the time, you know, yeah, it deserves it. The Infinity wallet is my favourite wallet. And I love the, what brown is it that I've got? The name of the brown?
Which one?
I've got the normal brown one.
Oh, of what?
Infinity.
Oh, it wasn't the Park Lane, was it? No, that was the F1. Was it a Mayfair edition?
Mayfair, I think it might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got that and I love it, but Crazy Horse
it's just that the problem is when you go for brown wallets, usually they're sort of that tanny brown, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? Whereas the Crazy Horse just looks super stylish.
It's got that rugged.
Yeah.
It's got that. I mean, that's the kind of wallet that Indiana Jones is going to have in his pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That kind of all-purpose, ready to go. Yeah, looks smart, but also looks a bit
and
worn.
they do look a bit more vintage as well. So if you're doing anything where you put stories to it, bizarre magic or anything else, a Crazy Horse just looks more to the part, I think.
This is going to sound completely bonkers, but I stand by this. Reaching into my pocket and bringing out my Stealth Assassin.
Yes.
And reaching into my pocket and bringing out my Crazy Horse Stealth Assassin. This Crazy Horse feels nicer. It feels something special's about to happen, and I bring it out and it handles it. Everything about it just screams, professional, excellent. Something exciting is going to happen, and it is just Infinity wallet. Let's start the campaign. Let's bombard Harry with messages. Free the Infinity.
Let me have a look here. Yeah, someone put, that's why I love the Crazy Horse heirloom wallet, because it looks vintage, which is true. David said, I would like to do coin through bottle. Where do I get started? So if you're talking about coin in bottle, you just really need a folded coin and the instructions, which usually come with a folding coin for coin in bottle, I think. We may actually do, if you're unlimited members, we may actually do a coin in bottle
that'd be quite
video.
Cool.
Yeah, if there isn't one up there already.
That's another trick that I did when I first, a year into doing magic, and having them hold the bottle and knocking it in is just so strong.
Yeah.
It's the end of the Svengali deck when they're all the same card. It's it's that moment of real magic where it just gut punch. It's great.
Yeah, I remember years ago, everyone I spoke to, as soon as you told them you were a magician or you were into magic, I saw a magician once. He took my coin and he put it in a bottle. That was the go-to. Now it's like push the bottle through the table.
Yeah.
But back then it was he took my coin, put it in the bottle. It's just one of those memorable things, isn't it? It's visual. It's impossible.
Well, most of the time it happens with their bottle.
Yeah.
You know, have you finished with that? Give it a couple of shakes to empty it out. Put the coin inside it. Bring the coin out. I mean, you got a really strong act there, actually, haven't you? If you did bottle production with the old balloon, then you stick a coin inside it, tip it out, then stick it to the table.
That's it.
Give it back to them.
Yeah.
Job done.
Yeah, that's incredible. Keith says, check Amar's coin in bottle routine. Yeah, Amar's a genius with it. Our good friend Martin Pierce said, will there be a programme of events for the Alakazam convention? Really looking forward to it. So Jamie is currently working on the programme, so when you come in you will be given a programme which will have a list of events, but I'm sure we have announced it before, but the day is going to pan out like this. So if you're turning up on a Friday, if you're coming to the Alakazam convention and you're turning up on a Friday, the registration desk is going to be open from about 5 o'clock, I believe, to about 7:30 or 5:30 to 7:30. So that means you can actually register, get your lanyard, your brochure and everything else, and get it on the Friday night so you don't have to queue to get it on the Saturday morning. So anyone turning up early, make sure you do that because it will just save you time the next day. I believe the first lecture starts at 10:30 maybe?
I haven't got that information yet.
Oh.
I need that really because I'm hosting the day, aren't I?
Yeah. Shall I get Jamie on the phone live?
Yeah, let's get him on.
Let's get him on the phone.
He should be expecting this call because he should be watching.
He'll probably be working. Let me see.
That'd be the first. Sorry, Jamie.
Let me have a look if he's there. He's probably editing. David, give the shop a call. We certainly may have. Right. See, this is the problem. Being a podcast, having these little quiet moments is not a good thing.
No.
People are listening and not watching. Right, so let me see. I'm just warning Jamie that we're calling. Right, let's bring him on.
Hello.
Jamie Dawes, we are now on the live podcast, so you are joining us.
Hello, I'll be careful not to say anything naughty.
Jolly.
That'll be a first.
So, Jamie, the reason for the call is, do you know the running order of the convention?
I have the running order of the convention in front of me.
Oh.
Let me quickly go to that page. So as we speak, I'm designing the brochure that will be given to all attendees. And we have the running order. So, the running order, 10 to 11, we have the Tom Wright lecture.
Lovely.
Which I'm very, very excited about.
And what a great one to start the day with.
It's going to be brilliant. He's so phenomenal. His academy from, I think it was early last year or the year before, was absolutely brilliant. His bottle through table routine is absolutely one of the best ever put out. We've got Mark Spellman from 11:30 till 12:30.
Nice.
And Mark's always phenomenal, so that's going to be great. We've got lunchtime and jam time, so from 11:30 to 2:30. That doesn't mean you have to have jam in your lunch. That's not what we mean. You can either chill out with your friends or eat some food. We've got 2:30 till 3:30. Someone called Craig Petty.
Oh, the legend.
We've got our David Jonathan, who is our international lecturer. He is 4:15 until 5:15, and I'm incredibly excited about that. And then we have 5:15 to 6 is the final visit to dealers, and we're ending the evening at 7:30 with the evening gala show.
Wow, sounds good, mate.
That is a really...
Very, very, very good. I'm very excited. And putting the brochure and everything together is finally making it feel like it's going to be here. It's actually happening.
Brilliant. Okay then, mate, that's it. Thank you very much for your time.
My absolute pleasure. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. So there you go.
That is a really strong lineup.
Yeah, really good lineup. We're going to have some incredible dealers there as well. We got Trick Boom. I think we got Chris Rawlins. We've got Adam Dadswell. We've got Ian Bailey, I believe. We've got Cards, Coins and Cubes, which is forgotten what they were called. What was the Rubik's Cube company called that Colin Klaus owned? Refractor. It's
No. Oh my goodness, mate. Give me a second. I'll come to it.
Okay. Well, they've changed their name anyway to CCC. And we have...
Is it the Ghost Tree or something? No,
Oh, no, Alchemy Tree.
Alchemy.
No, they changed to something else. We got Trick Boom. There's a few great things. And the amazing Astor.
Oh.
Astor is phenomenal.
I like Astor. I like his stuff.
Always great stuff.
Alongside those as well, I presume that the lecturers will have a dealer stand as well. So you'll be able to pick up their goodies. I'm just thinking about the lecturers there. So you've got Tom White, he's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
His academy was very well received, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Spellman.
Yeah, always great.
Always great. Craig, always great.
Yeah.
And very different as well, because Tom White's going to be doing his
comedy close-up.
Stand-up
sort of
stuff.
Yeah.
You've got Spellman doing... Spellman stuff, it always strikes me because it always looks like it's really difficult. But actually, he uses really simplistic routines.
Yeah.
And he's a master at selling it as an amazing thing, when in fact, it's all done for him, basically. Yeah. Craig's stuff, highly commercial, great, something for everybody. David Jonathan, again,
very commercial.
And then a great lineup of dealers for everything else.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We're really looking forward to it. And remember, on the Sunday, we are opening the shop from 10 till 2.
So I don't get any time off?
No.
No.
So you're hosting the entire day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll be making announcements and telling people where to go, which I'm good at that apparently.
Yeah.
And then I'll be introducing all the lecturers and closing out the lecturers for them, and then also comparing in the evening show.
Can't wait.
And I've got a great new gag.
Well, don't tell, cause this is your problem. You itch to tell people.
But it's so good.
Just save it as a big surprise.
It is so good. It's such a great gag. I don't even care if they don't laugh. That's not why I do it. The gag is just so great. I've got loads of gags that I never get laughs. I don't care.
It's going to be such a great day. A message here from Mike, who says, are there release dates set yet for the Castle Wallet and Bottom Dollar? I believe we're going to have a live launch, and I think we're probably going to live launch both items together, because Simon Lipkin will be joining us on the live launch. And Simon, as you know, is currently in the West End as Fagin, so to try and pin him down to one day is hard enough. Trying to get him for two will be almost impossible because he's very busy. So chances are we're going to release both on the same day.
Beautiful.
And I'm hoping it will be mid to late April. As far as I'm aware, the Castle Wallets should be in with us by the end of next week. But the Castle Wallet was already in production when we bought the 1914. So a deal was already done with Murphy's, and the deal was 1914 and Murphy's were going to release the products on the same day. So as soon as I know we have them in stock, I've got to speak to Murphy's. I know the release has to be a Sunday or Monday because they're the only days that Simon will be able to do it. So I'll speak to Murphy's, we'll arrange the day, and then we'll let you all know. But that will be one that, you shouldn't miss. Like all our live launches.
I love the Castle Wallet, and I love Bottom Dollar, and I've got the Castle Wallet has a little strap, and I have my Bottom Dollar in the strap, so they're always together, always ready to go.
Yeah, it's so good. It's just a nice little intro piece, isn't it?
Yeah.
To moving on. I'm a big lover of those little intro pieces. You know, it's something small, but it gets you nicely onto your next. I mean,
it's not pick a card.
No.
It's not, because as soon as you go, oh, I'm going to look, it's a bit sad really. I was watching BGT the other night, and there was a magician on at the beginning, and he went, oh, I'm a card magician, and Simon's face dropped.
Yeah.
And he was going, oh, okay, well, you know, there was no, and the act didn't do very well. And it's sad that it has that kind of connotation to it.
Yeah.
But if you can do something else and introduce it, win them over, then go into your card trick, you're on to a winner. Yeah. You know, 90% of the time. So, you know, and bottom dollar is a great trick.
Yeah, it's just something different, isn't it? And they don't know where it's going. No. That's the other thing. They don't know where it's going. I've had this a few times before, and I'll tell you where I had it. It's when I used to have a residency in an Indian restaurant in town. This comment got made a few times, usually by the waiters, and it also happened recently at Holly's wedding, where someone said, oh, you know, you're a magician. I said, yes. And they said, can you show me something? And I brought out the cards and I went, oh, I've seen this one. It's like the best line ever. They go, oh, I've seen this one. And I you know, you just got to say, yeah, no,
you haven't.
You haven't. But it's weird. That's such a weird comment, isn't it? Because I presume they probably think there's only one card trick if they make that comment.
Yeah, they've seen their mate at work or the guy in the pub who always does his one trick to get a free drink off people. Yeah. There was a guy when I worked on the ship, before I worked on the ships, when I was the cadets, and I was very new to magic, went onto the ship, and I was learning some tricks, I was doing them, and one of the guys said, oh, you got to speak to Smudge when he comes on. Because he's got this great trick where he sticks a cigarette in his hand and it disappears, and he uses it all the time to get free drinks out of people in bars, and it was just a thumb tip. Yeah. But these guys didn't know that. They didn't know what a thumb tip was, and he showed it to me, and I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. But yeah, he goes, I just use it. I'd give you a cigarette if I can do something amazing. You buy me a drink. Puts it in his hand. It disappeared, and you know, but it's the one thing. You didn't know anything else. Nothing. Just that one thing. So I think when they see a trick and they go, oh, pack cards, yeah, I've seen this one. My mate does this one. Oh, does he? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I like I said, I always start off with Sharpie through card, and I always sort of get into it, because when you said, I've seen this trick, I said, well, this isn't really a trick, it's an optical illusion, so I doubt you've seen it. If you have, doesn't really matter. And then you go through Sharpie through card, and it just blows their mind. Right, let me have a look. There's stuff coming in. So Martin Pierce said, will Wayne be saying bad jokes all weekend? I've made him agree that he's going to say at least one good one.
Wayne, did he see my new gag that I've got? I'll tell you. Ah, bless him. Don't worry, Martin, we'll do your second lesson on comedy in a few weeks' time. I'll sort that out for you.
Darren Bain said, looking forward to the live launch of Stamper tomorrow. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Stamper is now always in my jacket pocket. And if someone asks me to see a trick, that is the one I show. If I'm doing a one and done thing, it's going to be that. There's just so much magic. It's entertaining. I mean, you were in the shop earlier. I did it on a group of people in there, and it just looks like magic. I remember the first time I saw a printing trick, which would have been Presto Printo, I think. I don't think I saw Dominic de Vivier's before that, even though it was out before that. But I think Daryl was probably my first introduction, and I truly believe the cards were printing. It's so magical.
The first ever thing I saw like that wasn't really a printing trick, but the guy did it in that way, was wild cards. Yeah. And he said, oh look, so if you've got these cards, we don't need all these, so we'll put them. And yeah, I've always loved the premise of that ever since. Yeah. I need to get a stamper. I need to get one.
It's so good. I love it. In fact, a lot of you know I don't really gig that much anymore, but I had to go and do that gig for Harry New Year's Eve where he burnt his hand. And Stamper, I said to Harry before we went, he said, what are you going to do? I said, I'll just do my old set. I said, but I brought Stamper along with me and a couple of others. And I had done it a couple of times before, obviously I practiced the trick and I knew the trick, and I'd done it a couple of times, but social situations with mates. But I said, Harry, I'm going to work it at the tables and see what reaction it gets. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Exactly what you think it's going to get. You do it in front of magicians that don't know printing tricks and their jaws drop. You do it in front of lay people, it's ridiculously good. For almost the version I do, there's one move in it, but we also teach it with 0 moves. So, and it really depends if you want to do that display at the beginning or you don't. But they truly believe they're seeing blank cards all the way through.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's very visual, and it reminds me as well. What's that trick? Tipsy cards, which I love.
Yeah.
Where at the end you're so sure you see the backs and fronts of all the cards, and then there's more there than could possibly be there because it goes more than what you showed them.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it changes like 6 times. So you show the 5 cards, and then stuff is happening so much. It's like, well, hold on, he's run out of. He can't possibly do any more, and then you're still doing more, and it's just
Jeff Short said, I've always liked hot rods, but have struggled with some, so I've just ordered sticks. How do these handle? Sticks handle perfect, absolutely perfect. What you need a hot rod to do.
So we've got some new stuff in the shop we've been looking at, haven't we? And a couple of different wallets, and we've got what's the other new release we've got coming up? So we've got Stamp.
We've got in the next couple of months we've got Stamper, which is out tomorrow. We've got Suspect, Nicholas Madresis. We've got One Hand in My Pocket.
Now that is an amazing trick.
Yeah.
And so simple, and yet really packs a wallop. That's a great trick.
Yeah.
I love One Card in My Pocket.
We've also got the Elimination Experiment 2.0. We've got quite a few things coming out, and then we've got the deck penetration probably end of June, I would say. And in between that, we've also got 1914 releases coming out. Someone said, is Alakazam still doing the Hidden Monday deals? We may get back into that, We're looking at it. As you know, things are changing all the time here with what we're doing on social media. So now Harry's back, we may get back onto that. Bill Richards said, I'm sure there's a Bannon-Solomon effect very much like Stamper. If there is, I haven't seen it, but I've got no doubt, there's a printing effect by Bannon and Solomon. It's, the premise of printing has been around for years. That wouldn't surprise me. What's the effect you've got coming out that comes in a huge black box?
I wonder if they're talking about Deadly Connections.
Oh.
That comes in a big black box.
Ooh. Deadly Connection, that is. That will be out later on this year as well, probably in the next couple of months. That's more of a parlour stroke stage piece. Really lovely props and everything. So I've got a video to play. Because this week we have had a few things sort of come back into stock. One of them was Predictor by Liam Montier, which has been flying off the shelves. The other one is an Alakazam classic, probably 15 to 20 years old now. But it's something that we always struggle to get the cards. So we tend to get a bunch of cards in, we make up 100 sets, they sell out in a couple of days, and we don't get them again for another year. But we managed to get some cards in, enough to make 200 sets, of which 100 is already gone. And it is called Trilogy Extreme. So let's take a look at this. Earlier I asked both, I think it was David Hand and
Jason Lewis.
To think of a number between 1 and 52. And I asked them they were going to think of a number, they didn't tell me what it was, but I asked them to think of these two cards. And the card I asked David to think of, I believe, was the 6 of clubs. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. Mm-hmm. And the card I asked Jason to think of was the King of Hearts.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, I did write it down so I didn't forget because I'm terrible. Right, so guys, for the first time, could you tell me what numbers you were thinking of when you were thinking of the 6 of clubs and the King of Hearts?
All right, I will wait.
So we will wait to see what they are.
So this was asked on the live, so you can go back and check. Let's have a look. Just waiting for them to come through. The 2 numbers from David and Jason. Lovely. So David Hand has the number 14 and Jason Lewis 23.
Okay, so choose either David or Jason, Harry. Just choose one of them.
I'll go for...
Or choose someone else on our list. Someone else that's watching.
Darren Bain.
Darren Bain. So Darren, what I want you to do is I want you in your mind to imagine the number 37. Let's go for 37. Imagine the number 37 and just imagine what card you believe would be on the face of 37. Any playing card you like. Let us know, let Harry know in the chat.
Right, that's very fair.
That's very fair.
Right, so that's you, Darren Bain. I picked Darren as well just because he was at the top, so I know he's still watching, all right?
Right.
Let's have a look. Come on.
Obviously, don't choose the 6 of clubs or the King of Hearts, because if this goes well, they're no longer in the game.
Yeah. Come on, Darren. Give us a card. Come on.
If Darren doesn't answer, you can go to someone else.
Okay, smokes. I might have to.
Why don't you say the first person...
All right, the first, yeah.
First person to write the name of a playing card that Harry sees will choose.
Yep.
So, write the name of a playing card now.
Let's go for it.
Otherwise, I'll pick one. It won't be as baffling.
Yeah. Doug says 3 of Hearts.
3 of Hearts.
And that's the first one that come up. Doug Pinner.
Okay, Doug Pinner. So, this little experiment. Now, usually if you were sitting across from me here, this would be very easy to transmit thoughts into your mind. Doing it over the internet is something I haven't really tried before, so I don't know what the outcome's going to be. But these are the selection. Now, over here I've got a deck of cards. The deck of cards itself is normal in every way, just 52 random cards. It is different in one way, and that is because each card on the back has got a number written down. Okay, so we can see as a number 50, we're looking for the numbers 14, which is there, and we're looking for 23, 32, 19, 5. You can see they're all different, 51, 16, 34, 23. Perfect. And we're looking for the 3 of Hearts.
Yeah, which is the card that Doug said.
Yeah, now the reason why these cards have got numbers on the back was someone told me it would be good to use cards with numbers on the back as a memory aid. You get a deck of cards, you shuffle them up into a random order, You write the numbers 1 to 52 on the back of the cards, and then what you do is you have to try and remember what card relates to what number. I did that, and unfortunately I couldn't remember, so I decided to try some mind reading with them. Now, even though this was done over the internet, you chose the number 14, you chose the number 3. Now, David, when you chose the number 14, I asked you to picture one card in your mind, and that card was the 6 of clubs.
No way.
Strange, right?
No way.
Now, was it Jason?
Yeah, Jason.
Jason,
Lewis,
I asked you to think of the number 23, and I said, when you think of the, I asked you to think of the King of Hearts, as you were thinking of your number. You thought that the 23rd number, number 23, would be on the back of the King of Hearts. And do you know what? You're absolutely right.
No way. How?
And who was it that chose the card?
That was Doug Pinner, and I've got his comment here.
Doug, I asked you to imagine the number 37. And I said to you, what card do you believe was on the face of 37? Now, you could have chose any card. You chose the 3 of Hearts, and it could have been anything. I really don't know how you knew that the 3 of Hearts was, of course, on number 37.
Boom.
You can't get much stronger than that as a card trick. Could quite possibly be the best card trick ever created, I think. Trilogy Extreme, or Trilogy.
I'm sure I told you this story, but I can't remember what the trick was, but there was another trick with writing on the cards. It wasn't by...
Brian.
Yeah, it wasn't by Brian. And I did it in Salou, and it was a really nice little routine. I can't remember the routine, to be fair, but it was nice, but it got good reactions. And then I came to Blackpool, and Ryan Woodhouse from Wales, Dangerous Ryan, came up to me and said, have you seen Alakazam's trick with the cards with the numbers? Because it's really similar to the one you do. And I went, okay, I'll come and have a look. And I must have stood there all day watching you doing it. And I think you must have had a couple of decks because it was different things I was watching. And I was like, oh my God, this is so much better and so strong. And that was the original trilogy.
Yeah.
And then obviously Trilogy Streamlined came out, and I bought that. And then Trilogy Extreme as the final one, which is just, like you say, it's just the perfect card trick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so good.
I was very disheartened when I first started performing it because I never got a round of applause for it or a reaction. And then I realised that people were just stunned. People were just stunned. There's nowhere for them to go. They have all the choices. They make all the decisions, and yet still. And of course, you gave me the stage version to do when I went over to Belgium.
Yeah.
Which got me a standing ovation in the
chair
convention.
test.
The chair test version, which got me a standing ovation.
Yeah, it's such a great trick. Really, really is a great trick. So that is bringing us to the end of this live.
Look at that.
Yeah, so, but we are back tomorrow. We're back tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock for the live launch of Stamper. So make sure you join us for that, because it is such a great trick. You are going to love it. Absolutely. So what have you got planned for the very near future, Wayne?
Well, probably I've got the Shindig in November, which is the other side of the year at the moment, but will come around very fast. I've got a couple of launches coming up.
Nice.
Yep. More information as and when. And I'm doing well. Jamie keeps pestering me. I need to come down and spend a couple of days down here and do some filming for Unlimited. A couple of things Jamie wants me to do, so I will be getting onto that hopefully soon. And of course the convention in May.
Yeah.
Which is bonkers to think that it's only just over a month away. We're coming to the end of March. We've got the whole of April, and then it's the beginning of May. So we're probably 6-7 weeks away from the convention.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be here before we know it.
Bang, like that, it's going to be here.
Yeah.
That's scary, really. But
Well, there's a couple of questions come in before we wrap up. So, Smooth Player 6696 said,
that's my name.
on a personal note, Pete, you look like from your older videos that you've lost weight. Just curious how you did it. I'll tell you exactly how I did it. I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat lunch. I have dinner. I try not to snack. And I have black coffee instead of tea with sugar. So, and that's been going on for 2 years. So, I actually did have lunch today.
Yes.
Because Lee come down. He said, I'm going to buy everyone lunch. And I said, Lee, I don't have lunch. You know I don't have lunch. And he went, oh, just have a sandwich or something. And I was good. I had tuna and cucumber.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I had it in a baguette.
Yeah. So, yeah. So it's a lot of willpower, I suppose. But to be fair, I've never been a breakfast sort of guy anyway. I never used to get hungry till about 11 o'clock. And then sooner or later, you just sort of adjust to it. And I will say some days I am very hungry. And there was another question. Can you send to Bali, Indonesia? Yes, we certainly can. We send worldwide every single day. So for anyone that's joining us, from the US, just so you know, we have got a US warehouse. So if you order from our website, your items are shipped from the US. And that is about it, Wayne.
Boom.
Yeah, boom indeed. So that's another live podcast done and dusted. I will say that we are still planning to start doing these monthly hangout things on Unlimited. We need to talk about that.
I think it would be fair to say,
Yeah.
we need to get the convention out of the way.
Yeah.
And then we could start, and maybe even with these as well, if people have got ideas for things that they'd like us to talk about, like on a regular basis, we could have a section on hints and tips for performing, or we could do a section on better ways to rehearse, or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Give us some structure that you think would be beneficial to you guys. We can look at that as well.
And the other thing is, it is going to be on Zoom. So if you are a member of Unlimited, you are working on a trick and you want help with that trick, or you want to show it to us, you want help with a pattern, whatever it might be, you'll be able to come on the Zoom and you'll be able to do it if you want, and we can help you with it and go through it with you if you're struggling with a move or presentation or whatever it is. The other thing as well, which I will say, a customer of ours rung us up a few months ago and said, I've got a set of 8mm films which were released by Harry Stanley in the 1950s. I'm not doing anything with them. Do you want them? So I said, yeah, we'll have them. So he sent them to us, and they're actual proper products. So they've got a proper cover. I've forgotten what they were called now. But there was 15 in the collection. All 15 are there. And I've had them all converted from 8mm film. So I think when we do the Hangouts, each month we'll play one of these videos.
Yeah, nice.
And then talk about it. Now they're all silent, but you've got people like Ken Brook on there doing, whatever he's doing, cups and balls or sliding his silks or whatever the trick might be. But it will be great. I thought it would be lovely each month to have a little section where we all sit down and watch one of these videos together and discuss what we think about it. And these are from, the top magicians from back in the 50s. I think it will be great. And we're going to make these videos available on Unlimited soon as well.
Nice.
Once we've done them on the Hangouts, they will then go on to Unlimited. And the other thing is as well, I haven't watched them.
That's a proper piece of magical history.
Yeah. Magic Man said, bring the quiz back. We can't really, because it's the podcast thing. I don't suppose we can, but maybe we'll bring it back.
We could look at different things we could do with a bit of a quizzy kind of feel to them.
Yeah. I mean, we might be able to do them on the on unlimited.
Yeah.
We'll have a look. We'll have a look. Yeah. Okay, so that is it for this week's podcast. We've got to go. But I'm going to leave you with the Stamper launch video again, and we will catch you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. So that's it. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
Do not miss it. We'll see you then.
Hi there, my name is Alexis de la Fuente, and I'm here at the Blackpool Magic Convention to show you my new trick, Stamper. So I have a few blank cards. They are blank on both sides, and actually they are self-printing cards. So those are all white and blank from both sides. Stamper is a very easy to do packet trick, very visual. People will see and feel the cards changing right in front of their eyes. So I created Stamper because I love printing tricks. But most of them require a table, are very difficult in handling and don't make any sense. I wanted something easy to do. People could handle all the cards at the end and feel the ink morphing on the cards. It's quick, visual and easy to do. Also, multiple handlings are taught. So even if you're a beginner, you will be able to perform Stamper right away. I'm Alexis de la Fuente and this is Stamper.